kindness and respect, and to guard their hearts with the armor of your word. Give them joy and peace as they and we put their trust in you. Thank you for our first responders. We ask you for your grace and protection over their lives and their families. Our request is simple, that they return safely home each day. And now please be with all of us here listening and here, and provide wisdom, calm, and progress that serves you best. In your Son's name we ask and we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Will you call roll, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Garris?
Here.
Ms. Guthrie? Here. Mr. Harris?
Here.
Dr. Dyken?
Here.
Mr. Jones?
Here.
Mayor Kraft?
Here. First item on the agenda tonight is the approval of minutes. We've got 3 sets to consider tonight, the first of which is the special work session meeting of July the 27th.
Motion to approve July 27, 2026 special work session.
Second.
Have a motion, a second, to approve these minutes as presented. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those minutes are approved. The next set was on the same evening of July the 27th, that was the minutes from our regular council meeting.
Move for approval of the regular council meeting minutes of July 27th. Second.
Have a motion, a second, to approve these minutes as presented. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those minutes are additionally approved. The next set was a council work session meeting of August the 3rd.
Motion to approve August 3rd, 2026 council work session.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those minutes are approved. The next item is Anna. It's approval of expense vouchers in the amount of $6,393,461.04.
Yes, sir. Of that total, $4,187,000 was spent on our capital projects. Subtotals for the projects was $1.67 million spent for the high school completion, $1.4 million spent on the pedestrian bridge, and $500,000 spent on Laguna Cove. $1,432,000 was spent on biannual debt service, and $190,000 was spent, covered under our operational expenses, but spent on employee vital exams, mental health program, and the ABCA volleyball sponsorship. When you back out those large ticket items, the biweekly operations came to just over $582,000. Did he answer any questions?
Thank you, Anna. Council, any questions for Anna?
Move for the approval of expense vouchers as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve these expense vouchers as presented. Any discussion or comment? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those vouchers are approved. Anna, thank you. Next, we move to presentations of petitions and communications. And the first item on the agenda is life-saving awards. Lieutenant Hogan.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. This afternoon, members from the Gulf Shores Police Department are here to present and recognize 2 of our officers for the Life Saving Award. The first officer receiving the Life Saving Award is Sergeant Will Phillips. While reading the synopsis of the events, I am going to leave out the address of the person in question from our scene, Mr. Lawley, because he is here, but he is a resident of this community, so I'm going to leave out his address. But on the evening or on the morning of May 9th, at approximately 22:56 hours, Sergeant Phillips was conducting routine patrol. He heard an emergency tone on the fire channel. Sergeant Phillips advised dispatch he was responding to the location for an unresponsive male subject. This call was then updated by the caller, which was Mr. Lawley's wife, that it was cardiac arrest. Sergeant Phillips was in the area and responded to the location by lights and siren. Sergeant Phillips arrived at the residence, grabbed his medical supplies, and rushed into the residence. The unresponsive male was located laying on his back and not breathing. Sergeant Phillips did not hesitate and started CPR. To After 1 minute of continuous CPR, Mr. Lawley started breathing. To assist Mr. Lawley with breathing, a bag valve mask was applied and utilized by Sergeant Phillips. The Gulf Shores Fire Department arrived and was updated on Mr. Lawley's condition. Sergeant Phillips and other officers remained on scene assisting with medical efforts until he was transported to a medical facility. And I'll follow up with Mr. Lawley, who is here today. He advised he experienced a pulseless cardiac arrest on May 9th, and he was advised by doctors that a subject experiencing this outside of a hospital had a 2% survival rate. Mr. Lawley made very clear he was thankful for the actions by Sergeant Phillips performed that night. And one last thing that I want to note about this, the response that Sergeant Phillips had is the time frame. At 23:56 hours, Sergeant Phillips radios that he was responding. At 23:58 hours, Sergeant Phillips started CPR, and 23:59 hours, Mr. Lawley started breathing. That was a 3-minute response and time that he had in breathing. For these actions, Sergeant Phillips is being presented with the Life Saving Award.
Thank you.
All right, the next officer we have is Command Sergeant Landon Coker. While he's walking up here, both these supervisors are the supervisors of, is it A Squad? Right? Yeah, A Squad. So these are the same supervisors supervising A Squad. So on June 3rd, 2026, at 0300 hours, officers responded to 110 West 2nd Avenue in reference to a 39-year-old male who had just gone into cardiac arrest. Command Sergeant Coker arrived on scene along with 2 other officers. Command Sergeant Coker was able to locate Mrs. Kelber doing CPR on her husband in one of the rooms. Command Sergeant Coker relieved her from CPR and continued for 4.5 minutes until medical personnel arrived and took over CPR and assisted with the medical. Mrs. Kelber highlighted the calming presence of the other officers on scene while CPR was being administered. CPR was continued by medical personnel, and he regained pulse. By the time Mr. Kelber was transported from the scene, he was alert and conscious. And speaking with Mr. and Mrs. Kelber, who are in Indiana today and tuned in via you guys' Facebook page, we want to emphasize that the continued efforts by Command Sergeant Coker, and that without it, that her husband would not have survived. And for these actions, Command Sergeant Coker is being presented with the Life Saving Award.
Impressive. Really impressive. Next on the agenda is the Gulf Shores Fire Rescue Lifeguard of the Month. Bill?
Mr. Deputy Mayor and Council, before I present this, I want to highlight what Chief Seeley spoke on this morning with our 7 lifeguards going to Fort Lauderdale competed at the national level. We had 7 go with the Emerald Coast chapter. The Emerald Coast chapter came in 5th out of 36 teams that competed, and one of our first-year lifeguards got a high participation or a high performance award and is being recruited for the national team. What that means is she would go compete against Australia and some other teams if she accepts that role. So very good effort on our lifeguards' part, and it just shows the effort they put into what they do every day. So what I have for you today is Lifeguard of the Month for the month of July. Omar is a 5th-year lifeguard with us. He is a graduate of Gulf Shores High School, and he's currently enrolled at University of Auburn, where he's studying biochemistry. He's set to graduate next year. Omar brings a wealth of experience to the team. He's served several years, constantly making positive impact on our division. He's dependable, hardworking, and has earned the respect and appreciation of his peers. He has an infectious, positive attitude that he brings to work with him every day. Over the last month, he's had 37 calls of service involving 392 people, including 217 public contacts, 56 ordinance enforcements, 5 missing children, 101 preventative actions,
And what a preventative action is an event that they stopped before it became life-threatening. 5 minor medical calls, 1 wildlife incident, 1 rescue, and 3 assists. And earlier this week, I was at the beach. Omar came upon a gentleman that was having a medical emergency and responded to it appropriately. And it was a cardiac event that the man was experiencing, and we were able to get him treated and transported to the hospital. So for all those actions and hard work, we present him with Lifeguard of the Month for July. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Madam Hughes. Next item on the agenda, Laura, you have a couple of large group activities permit presentations.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. First up, we have the Bloody Mary 5K. No changes from last week. We did have an update. We did receive the certificate of insurance. It has been approved for that permit. So with that, recommendation is to approve. Be happy to answer any questions on that one.
Thank you, Laura. Councilman,
Move for approval of the large group activity permit for the Bloody Mary 5K.
Second.
have a motion and a second to approve this application as submitted. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bloody Mary 5K permit is approved.
Thank you. Next one is the 53rd Annual Shrimp Fest, October 8th through 11th. No changes from last week. Recommendation from staff is to approve contingent upon certificate of insurance for general and liquor liability, as well as a liquor insurance, or liquor license, my apologies.
Thank you, Laura. Council?
Move for the adoption of the large group activity permit for the 53rd Annual National Shrimp Festival.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve this permit as submitted. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
One abstention. Duly noted, Mr. Jones. That permit is also approved. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Next, we have a public hearing. Toby, ABC license application.
Yes, sir, there are no changes from last week. The Salty Whisker LLC, doing business as the Salty Whisker, has applied for a retail beer on and off premise license and a retail wine on or off liquor license. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Where's your cat picture?
I didn't bring it today. I don't know if it went over well last week, so I didn't bring it today.
Okay, Council, we have this is a public hearing. Anyone here that wishes to speak or comment on this application, this is the time to do that.
Move the approval of the ABC license application for the Salty Whisker.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the application for the Salty Whisker. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That was going to be an interesting visit, I think. So
I'm looking forward to it.
that application is approved. Thank you, Toby.
Thank you, sir.
Next item, Brandon, you're up with agreement with ADM for discussion.
Sir.
Resolution 7168.
There's no changes from last week. This is just our annual contract with ADM to perform all the ACAM regulations here at the city and be reimbursed $66,550 for doing so.
That's resolution 7168.
Move for the adoption of resolution 7168, waive its reading.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to authorize this agreement as submitted. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution 7168 is approved as submitted. That concludes all the business for today. Are there any committee reports? You got something else?
I do, Mayor. Just on the heels of that ADM agreement, I do want to recognize a couple of ADM delegates here, Roy Collins and new Coastal Chief, Catherine McNeil. There's been some shakeup in how they're doing things in Mobile, and they branched out, and Catherine will be the new Coastal Division Chief for Mobile. But also want to recognize somebody, I deem very important to the city. I'm gonna pull a Lee Jones here and give a little history. So I came to work in Gulf Shores in 2001, and our contacts with ADM was Philip Heisley and Carl Ferraro. And in October of 2003, I left and went to Baymanet for 15 months. And I came back in January of 2005. And when I got back, Miss Carolyn Doty came to me and she said, "Do you know Roy Collins with ADM?" I was like, "No, Miss Carolyn, I don't know Roy Collins with ADM." She said, "Well, you better get to know him fast." She said, "I was in a conference with him not a few weeks ago, and they're pulling our delegation from ADM because of some things that had happened and occurred and things we didn't have going right." So I dreaded that call to Roy Collins. You know, you know you're in trouble and you hate reaching out. But when I did, Roy, you know, he could have come down here with an iron fist and just, you know, really whip us back into shape, but he came down with a helping hand. And we worked together to get into shape. And I can't tell you how much that means, because being able to, being delegated, we're the first ones in Baldwin County to be delegated. And the relationship that we've had over the years and the working, everything that we've done throughout the years, we actually got Orange Beach delegated, Baldwin County's been delegated, and Dauphin Island's been delegated since then. But we're able to use us as kind of that groundwork for all those others. And you know, I know we recognized him in 2013 after the oil spill. Roy came down, and Roy spent every day on the beach, and he was our voice. He's the one that, you know, regardless of who was our incident commander for the state of Alabama, whether it was Scott Hughes, Ed Poulos, you know, Roy was he was our voice here. But he also helped us develop those relationships with those guys, and he's just been instrumental in helping us and getting where we are and making sure that our beaches are in line and doing everything we do. But so come to find out, Roy is retiring September 1st. And if you will, Roy, you meet me up front. So Roy, this is a certificate of appreciation presented to Roy Collins, Mayor of the City of Gulf Shores, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of this community. It's my pleasure to present this certificate of appreciation to Roy Collins for your active participation, energetic leadership, and unfailing commitment to the City of Gulf Shores as our Alabama Department of Environmental Management liaison. Your efforts help to ensure our sugar white beaches remain in pristine conditions. You've been instrumental in bringing about an excellent quality of life for the citizens of the City of Gulf Shores, Alabama. Now, therefore, I, Robert Krause, Mayor of the City of Gulf Shores, Alabama, along with the council and community, hereby congratulate you on your retirement and extend our best wishes of continued success in all your future endeavors.
Roy, you did good work. You did good work. Thank you.
I'll put this on my Gulf Shores wallet.
Well, training Brandon is no small chore. So, thank you for that. Anyone else that, Tara McMeans, I know that you had asked to speak, and will you come to the microphone?
Take one of these and pass it down. Thank you. So today might look a little unconventional. So this is the first time I've ever done this. So we're going to see how this goes. This is not the first time that I've addressed the council, though. My name is Tara McMeans. I'm a Gulf Shores resident, and I am the facilitator for the EPIC program. EPIC is a joint collaboration between the Coastal Alabama Business Chamber and the South Baldwin Chamber Foundation. We decided to form this program to give students in middle and high school, excuse me, I'm a little nervous as always, to give students in middle and high school the opportunity to learn about business and start their own business while they're still in school. This is our 4th year doing the program, and we meet at Coastal Alabama Community College once a month, and we have an online program where students can learn about business. So I actually have somebody on the phone who is supposed to be here with me today. Her name is Allison Niamesto. Allison, are you there?
I am. Hello.
So Allison is on her way here from Robertsdale. Allison opened her business in 5 cities in Baldwin County when she turned 18 this year, right before she graduated. All she wanted for her birthday was to get her LLC. And she is 18 years old. She just graduated in May. She launched her business in April, and she already has 18 full-time clients that she cleans houses for her business, Three Sisters Cleaning. And her mom is currently driving her right now, so she is safe to speak. But if it's okay to address you, I would like to have her speak. Go ahead, Allison.
Good afternoon. If you would have told me a year ago that I'd be standing here talking about my business, I probably would have laughed. My name is Allison Niamesto, and I'm the owner of Three Sisters Cleaning LLC. I also had the opportunity to be a part of the EPIC South Baldwin program. I joined EPIC because my parents encouraged me to apply, but I was also genuinely curious. I knew I wanted to own a business someday, I just did not know where to start. So one of my favorite parts of the program was CEO Roundtable. We got to ask successful business owners about the challenges they faced, the mistakes they made, and how they grew from them. It reminded me that nobody has it all figured out and that hard work really does pay off. EPIC also isn't your typical classroom. We got to be creative, ask questions, and learn from people who genuinely wanted us to succeed. It gave me the confidence, connections, and stepping stones I needed to turn an idea into a real business. I officially opened Three Sisters Cleaning LLC in April, and today I have 18 recurring clients. There were definitely times where I wondered what I was doing, but EPIC reminded me that it's okay to ask questions, make mistakes, and keep learning. I'm really grateful for everything this program, my apologies, this program has given me, and I hope more students get the chance to experience it too, because it was life-changing for me, and I now own a business at 18 years old. Thank you.
Without her mom breaking any rules by speeding, if any of you have questions for her when she finally does arrive, I'm sure she'd be happy to answer them. But just being in this room we're just very grateful for our partners in the community. Courtney here, she's a new sponsor of EPIC with EcoClean. I'm not sure if anyone else in the room wants to become a sponsor, but you can get involved with as little as $50. And we use that money to host our meetings and to invest in these student businesses. This is our 4th year, and every year we have had graduates who have opened businesses. And I am pleased to say that every business that has been opened through the EPIC program is still in business. And so that's Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Foley, Alberta, Fort Morgan. If there's students out there that want to participate, whether you're in public school, private school, city school, home school, we will take you. Our student application deadline is August 15th, and I did leave some flyers by the back door, and for anyone online who's listening, you can apply on the South Baldwin Chamber Foundation website, which is sbchamberfoundation.org/epic. And this wouldn't be possible without sponsorship and mentors, of course. If you want to be in the room, we invite you to see what this program looks like. We have wonderful students here. We are an island of entrepreneurs. We are a county of entrepreneurs, and a little bit of your time can help them start these businesses. So I do appreciate your time, and we're looking forward to starting our 4th year here in Gulf Shores. Thank you.
Thank you. And that is appropriately positioned today because we just cut the ribbon on our new high school this morning, talking about what can we do as a community to help our students and with our school board and our school team. How can we help our kids be the best we can be? And that's an extension of that. So appreciate your bringing that to our attention.
And I met the new entrepreneurship teacher at Gulf Shores High School today and gave her our information, so hopefully we'll be able to collaborate and have some more future business owners here on the island.
Thank you very much. Dr. Aiken, speaking of school, you got anything for us? You're a cohort there, Mr. Corcoran?
I'm sure Mr. Corcoran has something, but no, I wanted to thank each of you for being there today and all of you in the room that were there. It was a special day for our school system, special day for our city, and it was overwhelming success. But one of the TV reporters said he thought that there were over 700 people there, so it really goes to show what kind of support we received from the city. Can't really want to talk. But if you couldn't make it today because of timing or whatever, we normally do Tuesday tours once a month and we do a different school each month. But we're doing Tuesday tours for the next 3 Tuesdays at the high school. Start at 9 o'clock, end at 10:30. So if you want to go on that tour tomorrow, we'll be there at 9, and we will do them for the next 3 Wednesdays for those who couldn't make it today.
You can visit the website and sign up. We'd like to have an idea of head count for these Tuesday tours. But I think it will be the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th. And you can go to gsboe.org and sign up. There's a QR code, and we'd love to know who's coming so we can accommodate everybody. Thank you once again to reiterate what Matt said for being there today, and mostly for what you did over the last several years to make this a possibility. And a quick reminder that we built that high school to ease overcrowding in all 14 grades. It's just not a 9th through 12th grade facility that we helped out. We've got 2 more pre-K classes because of building that facility, all via grant. And if anybody knows what Gulf Shores needs is pre-K and child care for children of that age. So we're able to accommodate 2 more classes, and I think wiped out the entire wait list, didn't we? We wiped out the entire waiting list by adding those 2 classes, all because y'all had the foresight to borrow money when it was considerably cheap and spend the money and invest in our future and our kids, and we greatly appreciate it. Thanks.
If you haven't seen it, you surely need to, because it's quite an impressive. And classes start back Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow would be a good day to go. Jenny, you got something additional for us?
On that note, classes start on Wednesday, and I just want to let everyone know that we are in the process right now of installing a new signal at the intersection of Wavemaker Way and Coastal Gateway Boulevard, right there at the high school. So please be on the lookout, please pay attention. There will be a new signal, and it should be active by the time classes start Wednesday morning.
Good job. Yes, sir.
It's difficult to follow all that up, so I'll just give you a brief update on the airport progress and some new numbers. So, first of all, that was fantastic this morning, and I get choked up just talking about this because what this city has done, and what this council's done, and the school, it's absolutely incredible. So, as a citizen and as a, as someone here that works in the city, it's just really incredible. But July numbers came in for our passenger enplanements at the airport. So we had 36,814 passengers travel through our terminal in the month of July. So that is now the new record. Last month was the all-time record, and now we just beat it with the month of July. And if you add up July and June of this year, we had 71,000 passengers travel through our terminal. To put in context, all of last year we had 75. So in 2 months, we've already nearly met what we did last year. So incredible things are happening, and it's a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit we have in this town. The businesses supporting it, the city's supporting it, and it takes a village. So appreciate that.
Jesse, thank you. Great job. Floor is open. Anyone here that didn't get on the agenda would like to approach the council on any subject, please do. We'd love to hear from you.
Hi, my name is Vicki Brown, resident of Gulf Shores here on the island, and a number of us were coming here today to voice our opposition to the flock cameras. We know that you have voted them in, and many of you think that they're needed because that helps our crime. It's supposedly it caught those kids that did the armed robbery. But what else does it do? Now, you've been told, or you believe, that will only capture cameras or our plates when it's needed. We know we are not living in a vacuum. We know what these can do. We know how they can be used. We know that it is an invasion of our privacy. We were not asked. We were not included. We were not asked if we want our information taken and kept. It's not just you keep it and then it rolls off. You can look at this on and on and on. Now, there are examples of cities across the U.S. that have gone here and the council has listened to its people. You have that same opportunity to listen to your people. They took them down. Yes, they got money to put them up. Yes, they thought it was a good thing, but there's so much wrong with governing, with overlooking your people, that we've not given you permission. It is not like we are not willing to support our police staff. We are. We are not willing to open up our lives
to government looking in on what we do every day. I don't want to have to walk my dogs down the street and all these flock cameras are going. Yes, they see. They don't just bleep on when, oh, there's a crime going on, we better turn this on. That's not what they do. They're surveilling all of us all the time. Is that what you want? Do you want cameras to watch you, your children, your grandchildren every day to see what's going on? There's endless articles that you can look up where they have been misused. I'm sure that we won't do that here. However, you are not in total control of those cameras. You purchase them. You have a contract. We are being subjected to an intrusion of our privacy. No one asked us. Now, if you'd like me to send you the list of cities, big cities, out in California, where you think you don't have rights anymore, they got rid of them. They cut them down. The city where we moved from, Camdenton, Missouri, a son of a great man, Ike Skelton, he is the mayor. He said, you know, we're not going to do this. I'm taking them down. They were put up, they spent the money, but the rights of the people are more important than the convenience of, let's see what everybody's doing. That's not fair to us. We didn't vote for it, and we're saying no.
I think what we're really saying is have a look.
You need to come to the microphone. We got folks that don't listen.
I'm sorry.
Introduce yourself, please.
Sure, sir. My name's Terry, I'm Vicky's husband. Great place to live. I'd rather live in the woods, but I'm here because of her. She loves the beach. To me, flock, I was in NSGA, and I know what they're up to, okay? Not just flock, though. Everyone's talking about flock. Why? Because they're visible. There are 7 other manufacturers, and they're on trucks, they're on road signs, they're everywhere you look. Now, what's it about? How many data centers do we have in the U.S., may I ask you? Let me tell you, 5,000.
5,700.
Thank you. Come up here and take over, because you're a little deeper on that than me, but what are the data centers
We don't have time
for?
for everybody to speak. We'll give you some time. You go ahead. But
Okay.
we're not going to sit and listen to everybody say.
I got you, brother.
You're the spokesman for the group, you and your wife, and y'all have done well.
Okay, but my only real thing, first of all, I served my country. I was in the first Gulf War. I know, by the way, we're still doing Gulf Wars, are we not? Endless wars. So I'm pretty, I got torn up. I'm here though, and I'm not real happy about these guys sharing cameras. And, I do see one good benefit. On bases we have them, better have them. What happened to Vince Coleman, how long it wouldn't have happened if they'd been there. Put them on bases, leave us civilians alone. Please look into it. And I'll do a lot more digging and perhaps come back with a better list. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Cheryl Cade, and I'm a citizen of Gulf Shores. We've lived here for 3 years, came from California. And I did want to talk about the flock cameras.
Yes.
My opinion is, just not my opinion, there are. What?
She got a call.
Oh.
She got to excuse herself.
Sorry about that. I have sent you guys emails. I talked to Chief about it, and I know that the police force is doing a great job. We support the police, we back the blue. However, you cannot honestly know that not one person is going to violate the protocols of the flock system, okay? I don't consent to the surveillance of my personal comings and goings. It violates the Fourth Amendment, my right to privacy. And, unfortunately, and I talked at length to Chief, and he assured me that he'll have zero tolerance. However, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And it's only a matter of time before these protocols are violated. And to add to that, we're told in Scripture Romans 14:13b, to decide never to put a stumbling block or a hindrance in the way of a brother. None of us would go out to a bar with someone who's an alcoholic and drink in front of them, because we know that could be a stumbling block. This is the same thing. You have a system in place. Somebody is angry with their neighbor, their spouse, their friend, their whomever, and they decide to go and see where the comings and goings are. Again, I do not consent. The police department is supposed to be the stewards of our constitutional rights. As you guys have all taken an oath of office to uphold the Constitution. So I believe that the Constitution states and begins, we the people, not we the government or we the police department. Okay? And it was created to serve we the people, not vice versa. And anytime somebody tells us, as we've learned from COVID, I don't care where anybody stands on it, but what we learned from COVID is, anytime somebody tells you it's for your protection, it actually means it's for your control. Flock is also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Flock is partnering with another company, an Israeli firm called Toka, and these systems, the whole purpose of that company is to alter the camera systems to leave no evidence behind. The purpose of their whole technology is to compromise these Flock cameras. That's what Flock is partnering with now. So I'm just saying, I really would appreciate you guys reconsider removing these cameras. They're going to be used for nefarious purposes. It's not if, it's when. And I appreciate all your time. I appreciate Chief Nedmeyer as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your comment. Anyone else with anything to present to the council? Any questions or comments?
Thomas Jenkins, 24th Avenue, Gulf Shores. I just want to come at this flock camera subject from the lens of a former law enforcement administrator myself. I'm concerned about officer safety. I don't know if y'all have seen these headlines about this same technology that draws 6 fingers when it draws a human being is being used to enforce the law. And there's been instances where a woman got pulled over twice with guns drawn on her. I don't want these officers to have to draw down on somebody by mistake and a tragedy happen that makes a headline that affects a town that depends on tourist dollars. Do we want those national headlines? That's all I have to say on it.
Thanks for your comments. Anybody else? Yes.
Hey, Blair Castro, 24th Avenue, Gulf Shores. I just had a quick question about the new traffic signal. Looking at the ALDOT procedures document, typically new traffic signals blink for 7 days and are in flashing mode before they're in normal operation. Is there a reason that we're not doing that initially before it's normally operating? Just wondered why.
Happy to answer that for you. Yeah, ALDOT does have some standard procedures that they use to flash signals for a week prior to operation. However, this is not an ALDOT signal, so this is a city signal, so we're following our protocols. We will be putting out variable message boards alerting people that there is a new signal here, but we feel that with the new traffic patterns with school starting up and the presence of officers there, that we can go ahead and put this signal into operation. We have actually been running it. It has passed all of its desk checks and all of those things. So we have kind of been running it behind the scenes in the background already so that we know that it'll function correctly. We have all of the protocols set up. if something were to happen and it malfunctions, it'll automatically go into flash and stuff like that. But we do feel like we've run the bench tests, we've run all the tests, we have everything ready to go. We've had it ready to go for a while. It's just been a matter of getting the contractor out here. And with school starting, there'll be new traffic patterns in place anyway with all the new schools starting up there at that site and officers on site. We feel it's safe to go ahead and turn the signal on.
Is it going to be school zoned there, like certain hours as well? You know?
Yes, ma'am. It will be a school zone.
Do you know what the hours are? I'm just curious because that's a high traffic area.
On the top of my head, I don't know the exact school zone hours for Coastal Gateway, but typical school hours.
Thank you.
Anybody, council, any additional comments or questions? If not,
Motion to adjourn.
we have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Appreciate you being here, appreciate your comments, we stand adjourned.
Nice being recreational here,